Friends, my name is Girish Shirodkar, and in this session we will be learning how to resolve the given force into its vertical and horizontal components. Well, before we start with the resolution of force, let me tell you, force is an agent which creates or tends to create, destroys or tries to destroy the motion of an object. Also, the force has magnitude, direction and the point of application. So friends, let's start with the resolution of force into vertical and horizontal components. Stay tuned. Friends, in this session we are going to see how a force is resolved. Say for example, this is the given force F. Now to resolve this force, see, force has two things. One is the starting point and the other is the end point. Now what you should do is that through the starting point you should draw two lines, a horizontal line and a vertical line like this. Now you should check what angle this force makes with the horizontal, and that angle should be acute. See, you can actually see an angle here, the angle here, which is the obtuse angle, but this is acute angle. Let us call it, say, alpha. Having done this, you should go to the end point, and through the end point you can drop a horizontal dotted line like this and another dotted line like this, and from the starting point you have to draw, you should go away on this intercept and show the direction. This is one component, vertical component, and from this point you should move away. From this point you moved away up, from this point you moved away along the horizontal line, and this is your original force. Now this component can be named as F cos of alpha, and this is F sin of alpha. So let me explain to you once again. Once the force is given, you should choose its starting point. Through the starting point you should draw two lines, horizontal and vertical. After that, through the end point you should drop a vertical dotted line and the horizontal dotted line, and through the start point you should draw a line segment and show the direction away from this, and from this you should draw another line segment up to this and show the directions away. In both cases you should show the directions away. Moreover, this angle alpha should be the acute angle with the horizontal. Friends, let us take one more case now. Say for example, you have a force here. This force is, say, 4 Newton, and you are interested in resolving this. So when the force is given, make sure that you should know its starting point. So this is the start and this is the end. Through the starting point you have to draw a horizontal line and the vertical line. Ask yourself what angle this force makes with the horizontal. If it is obtuse, don't take it. If it is acute, consider it. Say there are two angles. This is one of the angles from here to here, which is obtuse. We don't need it. But from here to here, this angle is acute. You require it. Fine. So if this angle happens to be say theta, then from this point, from the end point, you draw a vertical dotted line, and from this you draw a horizontal dotted line like this, and through the start point again on this intercepted line segment go away. From the starting point you again go away on the vertically intercepted line segment. This will be called 4 cos of theta c. Horizontal is always associated with cos, and vertical will be called 4 sin theta. Whatever acute angle you get here, you produce it here as well as here. This is how you resolve the force into vertical and horizontal directions. Now let us take another example. Say for example, you have a force here, and this force makes say 20 degrees with the vertical. The force measures 8 Newton, and you want to resolve it. How shall we resolve it? To resolve this, see, as I told you, this is the start point, this is the end point. To the starting point you have to draw a horizontal line as well as a vertical line. Now ask yourself, what angle does this force make with the horizontal, and that angle should be acute? It is this angle, which is acute angle with the horizontal, and this angle is nothing but, see, the total angle is 90, so this angle will be 90 minus 20, that is 90 minus 20 degree is 70 degree. Once this is known, you should select the end point. Through the end point draw 2 dotted lines like this. From here to here you draw a line away from the origin, and this should also be away from the origin. See, both these components are drawn away from the origin, and this will be 8 cos of 70 degree, not 20. This angle is the acute angle made with the horizontal, and this will be 8 sin of 20 degrees. So this is how the force can be resolved into two components. One is the horizontal, another is the vertical. Horizontal is always associated with cos, vertical is always associated with sin. This angle is 70 degree, not 20. The angle which you take here is the same angle, it is the angle made by the force with the horizontal line, and that too acute. The same angle will come here, the same angle will come here as well. So this is how the given force is resolved. We will take one more example. Say here is the force, which is say 5 kilonewton, and this angle is say 120 degrees. Now how to resolve this? To resolve this, see, as I told you, you should look at the force first. This is the starting point of the force, this is the end point of the force. Through the starting point you have to draw two lines. One is the vertical line and the other is the horizontal line. Having done this, ask yourself what angle this 5 kilonewton force makes with the horizontal, and that the angle has to be acute. It is this angle which is acute and the angle made with the horizontal. If this is 120, this has to be 180 degree minus 120 degree, that is 60 degree. Once that is known, through the end point you can draw a horizontal line like this, dotted, and vertical dotted line like this. And now from the start point you have the intercepted region, and point the arrow away from this, and from this point the arrow away again. In all cases, wherever you come across the resolution of forces problems, make sure that from the origin you show the arrows away. This is the horizontal component. This will be phi cos of this angle 60 degree, and this will be phi sine of 60 degree. So this is how the forces are resolved into horizontal and vertical component.